I love the Derby this year.
Hey guys, welcome to a top up for Shatin Championship Day, and we've got some of our Sydney jockeys going over there as well. It's super exciting. We've got Sooty's product there, which jump on board. All his prices are in the room, and then we're going to get late mail from him. And as always, we've got Mister Smash SP and still make a profit, but not as much as the smashing of SP has been percentage wise at the moment. But it's going to be fat today, guys. Are you keen on the program, Sooty?
Yes, there's a bit of a watch and see with the rain. So it's been pissing down overnight. You can see in the background now there's heavy cloud cover. YR, who are usually quite reliable locally, looks like they struggle a little bit in Hong Kong. Forecasting 40 or 50 mil this morning. I can't see that at the moment, but it's heavy cloud cover and could rain. So we could get 2 mil, we could get 200 mil in the next hour or two. So
Well,
it's
that's why it's going to
a
be
bit of a
such
watch
an
and see there.
that's why it's going to be such an advantage for you being on course there for everybody giving us updated information as far as how much it's raining. We'll get you out there in your raincoat, you know what I mean, and we'll take a video. You know how like the weather forecast, you know how they do it, how they stand out in the rain. Never understood why they do that, but we'll
The
get
most
you doing
stupid
it,
thing in the
mate.
world. Yeah, just
Stay inside
stay
and
in your
give us a
headquarters and
report.
then talk about it.
And Kaz, how are you expecting this track to play, and what are you looking for as far as map advantageous position?
Well, you just got to keep an eye on the weather. So that's going to be the most significant thing. I mean, I'm thinking like fairly fair. Otherwise, like there's a few distances which are more favourable to sort of on pace and barriers, but the big thing to keep an eye on is just if it rains during the meeting. If that happens, there's a slight possibility it'll be inside and on pace, but usually it sort of cuts out and they come down the middle.
Okay, sweet. Well, this just sounds so juicy. Kaz, you're going to find some Monties, and Sooty, you're going to find a couple of 50 to 1 shots. I can just feel it. I'm just so excited for this afternoon. Anyway, race one over 2,000 meters. Is there anything of interest for you here, Sooty?
Yeah, I expect a few horses. So I backed numbers 3, 4, and 10 at the moment with these long distance races, particularly in Hong Kong. A lot of horses struggle to get the distance. So I'm always looking for a price. I've got the 6 on top. Ratings wise, I've got a $5.40. The market's around $3.90, but it's had 20 starts, 1 win. But get Zach, it goes from the outside draws to the inside draw. So I understand why it's supported. However, with that strike rate, I'm not going to be able to back you. I thought the 3 had excuses the last couple around the $15 at the moment. I'm more than happy to back it. Started $4.90 favourite last start, $5.70 before that, $7.10. So it's been in the market. Had a couple of excuses. Got J Mac. More than happy to back it at $15. The 4, yeah, it's going to sit handy on a slow speed. So I think that's going to be an advantage. It's only had 7 starts, lightly raced. Had excuses, had a tough trip 2 back, and was 3 and 4 wide last time. So again, another one at $23, I think represents value. And the 50 to 1 shot, number 10, it's $53 at the moment, special hedge. So it was blocked from the 500 to the 350, 3 back, 3 wide, 2 starts back, goes from barrier 11 to barrier 5 here, which I think is an advantage. Again, going to be handy on a slow speed. I think it can improve from what it has been doing. So they're the 3 for me in the first. But 2,000 metre races, you're always going to struggle.
Kaz, you find anything here?
Yeah, number 2, priced a favourite, should be up on speed, possibly leads. Good run, 2 starts back at Shatin. Last start was Happy Valley. I mean, if you give it the Shatin run, very competitive here with the claim and the inside barrier being on speed. So it's also Irish bred out of a German mare. So if any rain comes, that's not going to be a problem.
Okay, interesting. Race 2, 1,600 meters. Sooty?
Yeah, I'm petrified of this toppy here. Whenever you get a first starter, Zach, trialling well, winning trials, I'm petrified. So I've marked it around what the market is at the moment. I can't take $3 or $4 about first starters, but I know it has a very, very good chance. Looking for some good value here. I really liked the number 4 Universal Rise until I saw the trial. The trial was not flash, but it was on the all-weather, which they can sometimes underperform on. But I think it's going Jerry Chow to Ho here. He goes from 12 into 6. Had a tough trip last time, so you can ignore that last run. But the run before that got beaten a short head at $19. It won $19 in this grade. So it has got some claims. I think the wetter the better for this horse. So there's a couple of double ticks here for me on the wet. So I've got it $8. It's currently 18. If it does rain, I think it's a much better chance. So more than happy to have it. Also backing number 8 here, Helene Warrior. It's only had 2 starts. Goes from barrier 13 to barrier 1 here, which I think is a couple of lengths advantage. I think it should be much shorter than $21 it is at the moment. I've got it $6, so I think it's a great bet. You only get kind of one chance with these lightly raced horses when they've had their 2 or 3 starts. So when they win that first time, your price is gone. So more than happy to have a real good crack at it.
I love that attitude. Kaz, any confidence here?
I like this race. I thought number 7, Void Samurai, real hard to beat. Kind of had a mid-sized bet on it, put it out at 550, and corporates are kind of overreacted. It's into like 320s, the best I can see at the moment, which is probably too short, but that kind of happens when people sort of back the right horse in Hong Kong. Favorite looks hard to beat. Trial was good last start. Number 3 is going to be competitive. So, I mean, I like 7 at 550. Gets a good run on pace. Like Frank Tank probably leads with the apprentice, so should just track in behind them. Be too good for him, hopefully. Purton, hardest to beat.
Yeah, guys, this is why I love the symbiotic nature of Kaz and Sooty's information, and that is they're both big winners in Hong Kong. And they both find different horses. And if you combine the two, you could end up backing the card. So I think, although, there's some great little angles to play exotics as well by throwing like both of theirs in various different ways. I think exotics are a fantastic thing to do in Hong Kong. So this is going to be great fun. Race 3.
Most horses you have a good chance to back. You just got to time your bet. So you got to really try hard to make sure you get top of the market. So.
Which you successfully do all the time, Kaz. That's for sure.
Well, in the long run, we'll see. We'll see that it works.
Race 3.
It's going okay at the moment.
Race 3. This is a top up, guys. Chop. Race 3, 1,200 meters. Sooty, what do you like?
I've got the 1 on top here, Devano. The concern for me was the wet track. These fast horses who run good times. I'm really concerned about them going to the wet surface. It's by a Japanese sire. Being on the dam side, being Coney probably helps, but for that where it is at the moment, I'll be waiting and seeing. I think if
I'd give it a big tick on the wet off breeding. My stuff is saying good.
Yeah, okay. I thought there was a negative there. I just don't like fast horses, particularly that run really good time going to the wet. I think the price is factored in for their really fast time. Last time the track was lightning that day last time, and it had first use of the track or very early use of the track. So, it was $21 there, so it wasn't expected. But I think the performance was enormous. But when you're looking at $2.85, I want every single tick.
Well, guess what, Sooty? You've convinced me because I can overcome your reservation. So I'm going to be marking that pretty short. Was there?
So I've got it. Yeah, I've got it pretty short. So it's. I think it's a good chance, particularly if they can lead. But the A course was red hot on pace last time, and the A course is not always like that. So just be wary. Just watch those first 2 races and try and get a better guide for this one. So I'll let you know before the race what I'm thinking there. I've had 1 bet in the race, number 8, Glory Elite. So again, it's only had 4 starts. It was. It's had a couple of excuses in those 4 starts. I think it's going to be advantage here, being handy from 5. It's a positive scenario. I've got it $8. It's around 17 at the moment. I think it's a pretty good chance. So just 1 bet at the moment, Glory Elite, but the late mail will be critical in this race.
Really, Kaz?
Yeah, I thought 1 was a good thing. Debut winners are usually good to follow. Hewittson's a good rider when he gets to the front, and I've got him getting to the front pretty easily on the map. So I thought that's something, just bet up on it. Slight concern over the price, like 280 was kind of dirty price, and I recommended people to take it, but they're not giving away a huge amount of juice here. So yeah.
Beauty. Race 4, 1400 metres, Sooty.
We've got the 4 and 5 equal favourites around the $4.60 mark. It's no value at the moment. I've got no value elsewhere. So again, it's going to be late Martha here, seeing how the track's playing and making a few adjustments here and there.
Beauty. Well, in order to get that late information, guys, you're going to have to sign up to Sooty's room and get into Kaz's room as well, and through Racing Rant. And there's 2 weeks for free. So sign up, get all the late mail and all the prices and all Kaz's morals. Oh, what an afternoon. Kaz, who do you like here?
Competitive race, small bet on number 4, Circa Fiery for Isaac Purden.
Beauty. Let's move on to race 5 over 1200 metres. Sooty?
I'm pretty much in line with the market here. I thought California Spangle was too short. It's had 2 good wins lately, but its win last time here was at $11. So taking $3.45 is not something I could do. So I priced it around the $6 mark. But looking for dangers, got one horse that's valued slightly at the moment, and that's Invincible Sage. I would have liked the $21 earlier that was available. Not too keen on taking 10 or 11 at the moment again until I see the track. I think it's a fairly even race, and these sprint races, particularly without Lucky Swain-esque, are a little bit up for grabs. But yeah, really excited to watch the race, and I think I'm going to have to wait till closer to jump and use what's happening on the day to back the winner here.
Beauty. Kaz?
I put out a couple of early plays here. Number 6, How Deep Is Your Love, each way at 13s, and number 9, Mugen, each way at 15s. I think they'll both run a good race. What's happening at the market here is they're kind of firm for the top one, so it's really rocketed down in price. It's kind of like even money with all the corps now. So there might be an opportunity sort of to back something else in the market, like 2 or 3, depending on sort of where the market goes. But I was pretty comfortable with those 2.
And just for all the Aussies out there, what's this number 11, Little Bros? A lot of the people in Victoria will know it, ran in some fairly decent races. How's it trialling over there, Kaz?
I'll be surprised if it won.
I love it. No,
I mean, they've thrown it in the deep end. They've thrown it in the deep end here. It's a tough ask. Like.
That's why I love you guys, because it's not about patriotism. It's about backing winners. That's what it's all about. Race 6, 1400 metres. Sooty?
I've had one bet at the moment in this race. Number 11, Kaying Victory. I think the wet's a bonus. Get Zach. Barrier 12 is not fantastic, so there is going to be a little bit of luck to be played at the start. But it's lightly raced. 5 starts, 2 wins. This Griffin win was on a good yielding track at $1.60. Had excuses last time where it was taken back and blocked from the 300 to the 200. I think it's a really good bet. I think Kaz might have recommended a bet on that also. So back that. The other horse that I was interested in, but I'm going to wait for the track, is number 8, Beauty Fit. So it was a good win last start from a similar barrier. I think they went quick last start. Now it gets a good to slow pace. So I don't know how that's going to suit. It's going to be dependent on how the track's playing on the day, but it's going to be handy from 3, which is always positive on the A course. So that's the other one I'm interested in. No other value at the moment.
Really. Kaz?
Yeah, I agreed with Sooty here. I like that Kaying Victory. It's good odds now, so as well. So it's actually got out a little bit. I could see $9.50 and $10. So that's a good bet, I think.
And you're willing to go again, are you?
Oh, well, I mean, I put it out at 9, so I wouldn't go again. But I mean, if anyone sees the show, like some of the things I've tipped are firmed up. But I mean, I'm just saying this is good value still, and Sooty likes it as well.
Beauty. Race 7 over the 1600 metres, and this is a cracking race. Sooty, is there a bet? But
There's always a bet, Gord. Yeah. My pricing system doesn't allow them to get down to where these good horses get to. So I'm always a bit, against the market here. I've got it $2.90. It's currently $2.10. Coming off the injury setback. There's always a concern. It's an 8-year-old off an injury from barrier 7, having to go back midfield. It's going to beat me, and I'm going to cry, but there's always going to be other bets. I thought Voyage Bubble here gets to the lead, which is advantaged. It's going to be the horse that has to get run down. If Golden 60 has any traffic problems, it's the one that I think is the main danger. Coming back from Dubai, which is always a worry. Looking for others that might be value. I thought the 5, Obam Buramai, if the track is improved, it might be able to do something. Again, waiting for how the track plays. The 7, Champagne Colour, I've got it potentially as value, but it's a $70 or $80 shot. And the 8 cannot back it on the wet, but if it is dry, could entertain backing it. But Golden 60 is a champion and should win.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Kaz. I want your opinion here. What are you doing?
Well, I put Golden 60 as a bet. I think it was $2.10, $2, so 5 units on that one. And I thought Galaxy Patch would be the danger. I liked it in the Derby. I like it back in distance here. So I think I got that out at $9. I mean, it's a bit short now at $6.50, but I thought 1 from 9. I kind of agreed with Sooty that 2 is going to be on speed and it's going to have claims, but I wasn't really interested in backing that single figures.
Well, I can say one thing on the breeding with Golden 60, and that it's out of Medaglia Doro, and Glenn Pollitt, our mounting yard male guy in Sydney, and the grandfather of all mounting yard people around the world, and has trained all the big syndicates people and everybody. So the guru of mounting yard male says that they are very often wet track types out of that stallion. So maybe if we do get rain, it's not so bad for that horse. Race 8 over 2,000 metres, and yet again another cracking race. Sooty, what are you doing with the favourite this time?
Well, there's not a lot of data for the 2,000 metre start, but horses handy from barrier 10 have won 0 out of all those times. So I don't think there's a huge amount of data there to go with that, but I don't think it's proven on the wet. It's going to push up. It's been, I think last start was a great performance, but there's a couple of others before that where it's fallen in. No, I can't. I've got a $4.30 favourite, but I can't be backing it at 6-4 or whatever it is now. Can't find too many value dangers. I love number 11 as a horse. Backed it in the Derby. I think it's a very, very good horse, but one of those horses that time-wise off the charts last time. Does that come back? Do those fast horses do those same things on the wet? Usually not. It's a bit of a wait and see with it. If it does get firm or improve, I think I'll be back in the 11. However, I don't think it's going to. Looking for a good roughie in the race. Number 10, Happy Together. I've backed it 100 to 1. I think the wet track is definitely a positive for it. It's going to be handy from 7, which I think is a positive, and more than happy to spec it at those kind of odds. But love the race. We'll be waiting till before the race to see how the track's playing and what the track is doing to have a real big go at something.
Well, when I was doing this race, I was imagining Kaz's head rotating like The Exorcist, because he's got the shorty champion in Romantic Warrior, but he's also got his beautiful Japanese horses. He's got some confusion or some decisions to make. Kaz, which way have you gone?
Well, last time I went for Prognosis, and I kind of think it should have won. Like Romantic Warrior ended up winning. There looks like to me, just based on what the tote's doing and what the corporates are doing, that you could get like value on a couple, like 2. There's a lot of room for that to blow out. There's a lot of room for 3 to blow out. There's a lot of room for 4 to blow out. So 9, there's a lot of room for that. There's some room for that to blow out. So we could see sort of big odds sort of closer to jump time. So I've got like Romantic Warrior on top. The track's kind of a concern for some of the overseas horses. I just want to see the market sort of move around a bit, and we might be able to get in like a good bet there on something as it blows out in price.
Well, I'm super keen to bet in this race, and I'm going to level stake 1 and 4. So that'll mean I'm pretty much coming out even on 1 and winning if 4 gets up. 4, it's got some of the 4. So I'll be doing that if we do get rain and there is thing out of the track. I think this thing will grow a leg on the wet. I've never seen better wet breeding in my life. So I'm 4 from 1, but I probably end up level staking them. Race 9 over the 1400 meters.
Yeah, so I would say back 1 now and wait for 4.
Okay, beauty. That's why I love your information, mate. You're the expert at that. So I just back winners. You tell me when to back them. Yeah, it's very important. It's race 9 over 1400 meters. Sooty, what have you got?
I've got the 8 on top, but it's Bentley going back from 13, so it doesn't really thrill me in those scenarios. I thought there was one that was a mistake this morning. I've got number 6, Lucky Encounter, is about 11 starts, 5 wins. From breeding, I think it's going to be suited in the wet. Started at $3.50 last start. We're at 1. And now they've gone up $12 this morning. So I've got that half the price. I've got it around the $6.80 mark. It's going to be handy from 9. I think it's a really good play. So just one bet at the moment. Number 6, Lucky Encounter.
Beauty. Kaz?
I'm going to keep the powder dry here and sort of see if we can get a little bit of movement in the market, or wait sort of till we know how the track's going to play and maybe the parade. I mean, there's a lot of horses that are going well here that have got a good chance. Like 5's got a chance, 6's got a chance, 7, 8, 9. So it's a fairly open race.
Enough said. Maybe more information comes through from Sooty at the track, or we see some moves in the market to give us a little bit of market intelligence. Race 10 over 1200 meters. Sooty?
I've got this pretty wide open. $6.50 the field. One of those is number 6, Gracious Express. Again, I'm always looking for these lightly raced horses that can go bang. They can improve 2 or 3 lengths in Hong Kong. Where the other horses are going up and down, running month by month by month by month. You get those lightly raced horses come through, can really kick, where the other ones tend to be tapering off. So it's had 2 starts. Its last start got beaten a length at $5.40 behind 80 Light Years, which I think is a pretty good horse. So got barrier 2 here. It's going to be handy. I think that's a positive. I've got it around the $6.50, and it's currently $8. I think it's the one I want to be on in this race.
Kaz?
There's one that I like here, but I'm hoping it blows, so I won't say anything.
Okay, sweet. And just yet again, for the majority of the people watching this will be in Australia or New Zealand. Comment on number 4's trials, guys, from both of you.
I had it down as I have a traffic light system, so I have it amber is something I would be willing to back at a price. Green, I'll be want to back it no matter what. I had it as an amber, so something that I could back at a price. It's probably around about where I assessed it off the trials. I think it's got some hope, yes.
Yeah, because I just thought that last preparation in Sydney showed a horse that was airborne. And so, Kaz, any opinion on the trials there?
The trials are acceptable. Made very
so
like
amber.
Small.
Are they amber?
I hate those traffic light things.
yeah.
Get them off ratings to win, please. Jeez. No,
well, I'm backing 3 or 4 runners a race. I'm backing 3 or 4 runners of Kaz. So I have to keep it like try and understand my.
Yeah, that's good. It needs to be a little bit more automated for you, Sooty. Okay, that looks like a fantastic card. No need to give your special bets or anything like that, because the guys can jump in your rooms for 2 weeks for free. So sign up, jump in that, and get all the information from a cracking Champions Day. Thanks, Kaz. Thanks, Sooty.
Thanks, mate.
It's good.